Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and some quick little Battlefront 2 news and discussion. Because earlier today, Airship Images posted a bunch of concept art out on ArtStation from Battlefront 2. Airship Images apparently worked on a lot of the hair in Battlefront 2 to help out DICE and Motive. And in this ArtStation, you can see a lot of characters that you obviously recognize, such as Inferno Squad, Rey, Old Leia, Kylo Ren, etc, etc. But it brought up a lot of discussion in the community anyways, because there's some hair that we haven't seen yet and it could hint towards future skins and so on. But something I want to clarify is that some people thought, oh my god, we're getting DLC hair, because the quote said DLC character hair will be added in the coming months, so be sure to check back for more. And for some reason people thought that meant we are getting a specific hair DLC or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. They obviously refer to the fact that DLC content that they have released will be added to the ArtStation once it probably gets approved from EA and Motive and DICE and so on. So things like old Iden, Zay, Finn, maybe even Ewoks from Ewokount could be added later down the line to this ArtStation, and I'm 99% sure that that's what they mean. They're not gonna announce that DLC character hair is coming out through a third-party company that worked on the launch of the game. So just to get that out of the way. But moving back to some of the findings that are a little bit more interesting and could potentially, and just to clarify, it could be something that we haven't seen in the game yet. Also, if I'm missing something, feel free to correct me in the comments, but I've read through a lot of your comments on Reddit and Twitter and Discord and so on, and it seems like some of these are things we haven't seen in the game yet, unless it's a background character or something that we've all just looked past. But if we start off, we have this hair from Luke that some people thought could be a Farm Boy Luke skin. I'm not convinced, to be completely honest, because it looks a little bit too short. But the one thing I can definitely say is that the color is a lot lighter than the current version he has in the game. So I'm not sure if this is a potential Farm Boy Luke skin or Bespin skin, or it's just that they've changed the color of the hair before they actually put it in the game. Because if you compare these images, the actual haircut looks very similar to what's in the game, but the color doesn't. But I thought it was worth bringing up nevertheless, and you guys can make up your own mind on what you think. And as for the next one, we have this one, which looks like a male First Order officer. Currently we only have female First Order officers. It could also maybe even be Hux. I mean, it's pretty hard to say. It could just be a generic male First Order officer. And whether or not this is something that actually exists in the game and didn't make it for launch, or if it's something we'll get in the future, that's hard to say. It could also potentially be that they made this hair for the First Order announcer that you hear during the actual games, because that is a male officer, but I don't really see why they would make a full-blown hair for just the announcer. That doesn't really make sense, so I thought it was worth bringing up anyways. And lastly, we have beards, actually two of them. And first of all, I didn't think too much of this. I'm guessing maybe some background characters in the campaign had beard and so on, but if you look carefully, the lighter version actually looks pretty much exactly like Obi-Wan's beard right here. I mean, it's pretty much the same color. The way the color gets darker further down looks the same. Even the little patch below his lip looks almost identical. So this could potentially be the first look at Obi-Wan's glorious beard. But it could also be a generic one they created for other characters, especially since there is a darker version of it that they might have used. But nevertheless, it looks very accurate to this version of Obi-Wan, so they might as well use this on him probably, and just make sure that his face and everything obviously looks like Obi-Wan and not a generic character. But those were the ones I wanted to bring up and quickly discuss, and then I'll let you guys make up your mind in the comments below. What do you think? Are any of these actually hinting towards future stuff, or is it just old stuff that we have already seen, or just that didn't make it to the launch of the game? I will leave a link to the ArtStation in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.